Hello there, fellow citizens of Nick the Good. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector, Ashes of the Domain. Episode 64, What Happens When AI Cores Run Our Lives. So I'm going to hop around the Bifrost network, checking the bars for the historian, and then go into the core worlds and check for hedge quests and other things. One really nice thing about the Bifrost network is I can jump from world to world to world very quickly to check bars for my own colonies. And without much time or cost. So hedge survey. I guess I'll accept it. Well, that was jarring, the amount of jumping I had to do. I'm gonna see if I can pick up, I'll drop off my... Oh, there was another. That's totally in the wrong direction, but whatever. Pick up another, quest or two. So Blazing Rocks, mining Megaplex is done. And that's putting our organics and metals and the like even more ridiculously into the black. Oh, fudge. Didn't mean to come here with my transponder off. That ain't helping me much. But, now that we're in suspicion, I can openly trade with the hedge. They're not trying to murder me when I arrive, which is, significant. We are now outside of open conflict. So my planets no longer I guess they still have a little bit of hostility from other factions, but they shouldn't be ganking me at my trade fleets and the like. So I wouldn't mind trying to get up to like neutral with both them and Sindrian. At least that's a big milestone. That I can actually trade with these worlds and not get bullied. I don't want to contact. Okay. Well, we did have two missions, so let's do them. So we got the Ice Giant. We'll do that one first. Barren World. Is that close to the Ice Giant? No. There goes another comm sniffer. If I was in charge, I would change the chance to lose comm sniffers to a lot lower. The time it takes to install them versus how long they stay installed, I never see the point. Nick the Good has a problem. It's not what I like to hear, but have you guys vote on the resolution in just a second. So despite the advanced oversight of your, I'm guessing that's supposed to be Alpha Core, I Am Nick the Good is experiencing widespread disruptions. Production quotas are missed, mining yields drop, and manufacturing halts without cause. Unrest grows as stability metrics decline. Despite pacification protocols, infrastructure issues mount, power fluctuations cause blackouts, repair drones struggle, and habdomes report structural warnings. When queried, the AI attributed the failures to unforeseen environmental stress and states, mitigation efforts must prioritize one critical failure to prevent total collapse. Its normally placid interface flickers, calculating. So we can, 1, order the AI administrator to prioritize infrastructure, integrity, and system stability. So supply of the industries decrease, ground defenses decrease, fleet size decrease. We can order them for a resource production and economic output. Upkeep of markets increase, stability is reduced. Or order the citizen safety and morale. The demand for all industries increase and accessibility decreases. I like one of those, but I'm not going to say which. Well, to be honest, I don't like any of them, but one of them is far less obstructive than the others. And it is a bit tied for now. Who wants to be the tiebreaker? We're going to go with... Oh, it retied. I see how it is. It's going to be decided by coin flip? Nope. We're going with number 1. All right. Well, sounds like our brand new Nidavellir complex world is struggling a little bit. Although, honestly, with that stability and access, who cares? Like, those planets are doing well for themselves. That's not a problem at all. One thing I did not cover, now that we're starting to make money and don't have ways to spend it, which isn't exactly true just yet, but soon, is what the Nidavellir complex does. So, what this thing does, the Nexus Ring, allows the restoration of the rest of the sections, so it is the prerequisite. It increases their fleet size on market by 400%. So basically, you end up with like mega fleets here. This is not so useful when it's in a system that isn't really targeted by crises. My 2 cents. You have the Vanguard Forge, which once you have the Nexus Ring, you can build, which allows you to increase the production speed of frigates and destroyers. You have the Bulwark Foundry, which increases cruisers and capitals, and then you have the Eternium Core, which increases special projects. So it's a way to build like mega fleets, which is not particularly useful for this run because I'm not going to mega war. But, you know, if I was in a wide-scale war with other factions, that thing could be useful. It just isn't, because we're at peace. But I don't mind owning it, because I wouldn't want someone else to own it. That's kind of the crux, right? I own it only because if someone else owned it, it could be really bad. So, I bought it. I'm paying for its upkeep, just to keep it out of the hands of others. We have one more mission for a probe out west. Is there gates nearby? Sort of. I could gate to Enyang. Wouldn't really help me much. Oh, you know what? How about we fling ourselves with the black hole? That'll work. I jumped in prematurely, but still, that covered a lot of distance. And the probe here is orbiting a jump point, so that shouldn't be too hard to find. And this is a fully surveyed system, so I don't need to go hopping from planet to planet. What other jump point is there? Am I in the wrong system? No? I guess there's that jump point. Oh, there it is. Alright. We have got... I think I want to deal with the pirate base threat, because it's the only threat to our faction right now, but we are almost within neutral with the hedge. We're very, very close to neutral, which is... And then I just need to do some favors for Syndria, and we'll be on great standing with all the other factions and not have much of a threat. So I think the remaining hostilities with other factions up there might be the suspicion, but it probably is just Pathers and Pirates, because I am not on good terms with either. I've neutralized their crisis events, Pathers with the Planet Killer and Pirates with the Orbital Fusion Lamp bribe. But the factions still hate me, and they still outwardly raid me. Just not as a crisis threat level. Oh, you know what? Let's take that. It's another hedge mission that's in my backyard. That's fine by me. Wow, that was the weakest slip surge I've ever seen. It's like a light. Blech. And where is this derelict ship? Orbiting a red dwarf. Easy enough to find. Gotcha. Alright, we are neutral with the hedge. So I'm going to head over to Syndria and do 2 missions for Syndria to become neutral with Syndria. And then I can stop focusing on fixing faction relations, because we have, well, fixed them. Oh, pirate activity in New Guan. Okay, so the desire to deal with that pirate base... I don't know if that's the one affecting New Guan. Yes, okay, it is. So we're gonna go deal with that pirate base before I bother with the Syndria. There's different ways of dealing with the pirate bases. It's worth mentioning. So if you don't want to destroy it, you can bribe them, offering some of your colony wealth in order to offset their raids. It's not something I intend to do, because I'm not on good enough terms with the pirates to warrant giving them like 10% of my income. And your question, won't the hedge keep harassing me using Icors? No. All of the colony crisis events have resolution mechanics. So every colony crisis that you face has a way to solve the crisis once and for all, and I've already solved that crisis last stream. And I've solved every other crisis from every other faction. Is that true? Yeah. Yes, 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 yes. No, but they're independents, and yes. So the only crisis that I never solved was the independent one, which is not a crisis, I don't think. Only crisis Starsector. I can't think of what the independent colony crisis is. off the top of my head. What the hell? Going to that website made me download a file? Hell no. Fandom, what the hell? There is no independent crisis. There is a remnant crisis, which I haven't had to deal with, but yeah, every single other colony crisis that exists has been resolved, so there's, apart from encroaching pirate bases or nexus bases, remnant bases, there is no functional crisis anymore. Where the hell is this pirate base? Am I on the right? Yeah. I've not discovered the exact location. No kidding. I figured they'd be in a gravity well around a planet, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Floating in deep space or something. I should have went to the port and bribed. They're probably in the asteroid belt. That's another quote-unquote gravity well they could be in. Where's your stupid pirate base? And in this case, I will show you the, like, diplomatic resolution to the pirates. I won't take it, but I will demonstrate it at the least. They're hiding. Yeah, based out of Epsilon, Urkrid, Bothos star system, which is exactly where I am. They're somewhere here, but oh my god, they're good at hiding. Hide and seek kings, they are. What? Where? Alright, I'm gonna go to Red Fox. I don't want to keep searching for a needle and a stack of needles. Well done. You were very well hidden. I commend you. Now I'm just gonna bribe one of your faction members to tell me exactly where you are, because what the hell? And now I'm really curious where this pirate base is. But I couldn't find it scanning the entire solar system within the inner ring. I don't have the neutrino detector ability, so that wouldn't help me in this case. What? There's not even anyone telling me about the pirate base here? Oh, for the love of God! Why? Because they're not, like, a threat enough? The exact location has not been discovered, but they're operating from a base that has been targeting New Guan. Okay. Well, that's not helpful if you're not going to tell me where it is. Where was this mantle bore supposed to be installed? Blazing Rock? No. King Glass? No. Nick the Good? Yes. But not yet. Okay. I'll go over to Nick the Good. And install it. Even though we don't have the Megaplex yet. I guess we're, I don't, like, really know of a better way to find the pirates outside of trying to bribe someone in a port. I mean, it's possible that someone in the core worlds would want me to deal with it if they're harassing core worlds. I'll just take another look. I mean, worst case scenario, what? It's like 3 threat per month. That's never going to be an issue in the next hour and a half, but I did want to resolve it. Yo, where's your... Yeah, should I talk to you? You're currently guarding a base here. Let's go hijack their sensor array. This isn't the... Is this the same system I was in? This seems like a different system. Did I fly to the wrong one? Don't know how that would be. Oh yeah, here you are. Them's the pings. So if you wanted to take the diplomatic route, you could go talk to the station king and say we have business to discuss, and you can tell them that you could basically pay them for protection, or well, like, I don't know, it's more not, it's not really, but I guess it is a protection racket. 10% of your gross income in the colony, and I'm obviously going to decline the deal, because in this case I'm not actually on good terms with them, so I am just going to blow you up. And I'm going to spare no expense in blowing you up. Full fleet, blow you up. So every now and then, pirate bases will like crop up, and if you're on bad terms or not peaceful terms with the pirates, yes, their bases will pose a threat, even when you have paid off Kanta. I don't think it will escalate to a colony crisis. It will just like increase your colony crisis threat, but like not to a point where you're got a pirate raid going on. Merved. Lovely. So many misses. I was sort of assuming that this would have resolved the... Oh, yeah, there it goes. So now our crisis is 69. Up 5 a month because of the blowback of destroying that pirate base. So I'm going to head to the core worlds and pick up 2 Syndria missions. And the ETA for Stella Manufactorum is 43 days. Also at this point we probably have made the other what's it called? Yeah, colony items. So now that we have no colony items queued up, how many more Dealmaker Holosuites do we need? Let's count that up. Sodolio has 1, Nabla has 1, Tarmarin does not have commerce, has Underworld instead. Raveno needs 1, but we have 1 spare. Red Fox needs 1, so we need to make 1. Blazing Rock, we need to make 2. King Glass, we need to make 3. Nick the Good doesn't have 1, so make 3 of them. So now our massive production capabilities are going towards colony items to just like a vicious cycle of improvement, and that's more or less what we're going to go for from here on out, taking the limited amount of colonies that I have and trying to sort of max them out. Maybe not with story points, but with like manufactured colony items and AI cores and the like, trying to get the most out of our investment. Oh, I always forget when I use... When I use gates, there isn't a transponder warning. Playing tall rather than wide? Exactly. While I'm staring at this, let's take a look if there is any other industries that I could stand to be upgraded. So Nick the Good needs to grow before I do the Megaplex. King Glass, I just did heavy industry and fuel production, and that fills that up. Blazing Rock has everything. Oh, this could be high command. Technically speaking, the ground defenses could be improved, but there really isn't an economic benefit for that. And the polycrystallizer. This could be a blast processing unit. And I think my 4 main worlds, there really isn't going to be any industries to touch. Unless I want to do like Tarmarin's farming to subsidized farming. Which, you know, I don't have a subsidized farm, so I'm just going to do it. Alright, that looks about right. I want one more Sindrian mission. Oh, and Nick the Good just had a major event. So this is probably regarding the AI core going on the Fritz. Yes. The past 3 months have stabilized I Am Nick the Good's infrastructure, power is steady, structural integrity is secure, and disruptions have ceased. Proof of the AI administrator's focus on stability. Yet this security comes at a cost. Industry remains stalled, resource shortages worsen, and diverted defenses leave the colony feeling exposed. Diagnostics now confirm a deeper threat. The malfunctions were no accident. Sophisticated infiltration has compromised the infrastructure systems, potentially turning defenses against the colony. The AI administrator warns, stability is intact, but systemic compromise is critical. Immediate counter-intrusion is required, suspending non-essential maintenance. Directive required. So, we can order a total infrastructural counter-infiltration. So, stability will tank, and supply of industries will tank for 3 months. We could order a minimal one and ignore the infiltration. So, like minimal infrastructural maintenance and ignore infiltration. So allow them to infiltrate. It increases its stability, but it doesn't actually address the problem. Or phased in structural security enhancement and counter infiltration. So market upkeeps go up, ground defenses go down, and fleet size goes down. One of these things, not like the other, but have you guys vote. And using AI administrators comes with these risks. They just do. All right, we're going to totally counter infiltrate. Got it. See how that resolves. So Nick the Good, your stability, despite that, is still 9 because you're unbelievably stable. So I guess that really doesn't matter. Barely bat an eye at that loss. Come on, Syndria, offer me a mission. What the hell? Okay. Well, if they're not going to offer me a mission, I'm going to go run their errand and then hope that something else pops up. So we're heading to Brigador. I got no gates near there. And we would need 2 missions because I did have my transponder on to be able to go into the neutral relations. I'm bad at remembering transponders. I'm probably not alone in that when you finally unlock jump drives. Being that it is promptless. Even though this isn't the system I'm after, I'm going to make a pit stop here because this is an unsurveyed one that I want to survey. It has a lot of planets. I'm surprised by the lack of stuff. These planets have been pretty tame. It's not to say I expect treasures on every single one, but every single one of these planets have been just ultimately fairly boring. There is, of course, chances for research stations around the black hole. But not this time. Okay, well. One fewer to survey, I suppose. So, the drone probe is orbiting the white dwarf. That'll be easy to find. Yeah, this is going to be a nasty fight. Let's just clear this fight ASAP. Nothing like sitting in, like, double Corona. Yay! Time for a super suntan. Is that the only one left? Come on, Aurora. Get it! Okay. Relation increased. We're down to, or rather up to -12. And turning over the AI cores might do enough for us, depending on how much they're willing to care about that stuff. I forget. Every faction has their own money and rep. Tritech pays the most, and I think the Church cares the most, something like that. And the Stella Manufactorum is done! Oh, baby. So this is the Grand Manufactorum that stands in the defiance of the collapse, processing the ability to produce the domain's old artifacts. It is the first step to truly replicate the glory of the old domain. It heralds the resurrection of humanity's industrial might, allowing for production unseen in the modern sector. You're damn right. And what that's doing for me, if you're wondering, is my domain-grade machinery production is like way the hell up. So if you're trying to make colony items or AI cores, like, that's the jam. That is the The big kahuna. So what I need to do is I need to swing over there and install the Turing engine in order to be able to make AI cores. And that is effectively the win condition for this stream. So I've managed it a little early. But I'll play this out. Allowing you to pick what I do in the last hour or so. So there was a whole bunch of Syndrian missions that just came across the line. Oh, and one was immediately disappeared. But let's see if this turning over of the cores is going to be enough. Two points. Still suspicious. Alright. Well, just to tip the scales, we'll go run their little errand for them. And pay, like, actual taxes trading with them. So that they, don't get upset. Someone wanted me to pay me to deliver something to my own colony, which is funny. Imagine being like the emperor of... Yeah, basically being the emperor or the high hegemon or whatever, and being like, hey, can you, can I pay you to, like, deliver these things to the colony that you own? It's like, what do I look like to you, an errand boy? I own the planet! Isn't this a little beneath me? But nope. Apparently it isn't. Although I'm definitely the type of leader that gets his hands dirty. I'm not the sort of, don't take that hands-off approach. If you're wondering, I've been, popping around to look for the historian, just because I have like an unsatiated curiosity of whether or not the biofactory rainbow actually existed or not. What I can do, like, after the stream, for people that are in my Discord server, is to, like, rip through the, like, use all cheat codes once the series is over, and rip through the game files to figure out whether or not one existed, looking at the save game file. I didn't want to do that while I was streaming, because that would be cheating, but, like, at some point, you know, when this series is over. I'm guessing not. I'm guessing it doesn't exist. So what am I doing? Surveying a frozen world around the brown dwarf. Okay, we're officially neutral. So we are still hostile with the Pathers and the Pirates, but all the other major powers either are neutral with us or like us. So Independent and Tritac are cooperative. And then Persian, Dictat, Church, and Hedge are neutral. So that big goal got completed. I'm going to head over to Nick the Good and install the Turing engine. And then I'm going to have you guys decide what should I work on next. So I can fix relations with pirates or pathers. I can search for the true biofactory. What are some other goals? I could, try to think of some other reasonable options. for the remaining hour. I mean, I could colonize. I could optimize all planets, I guess. I don't want to colonize. Or when I say planets, I mean colonies. Oh, right. I don't, yeah, to get to Nick the Good, I have to jump somewhere else. Because I'm thinking of the Bifrost network. So here's what I came up with that I think are reasonable in line with the theme of the series. So feel free to vote for one of those of what I work on now. And as you can maybe tell, money is becoming no object. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but please keep in mind this series has since ended. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow captains.